lessons again. This is module 1 and lesson 2, Newton's laws of motion and their applications. So first of all, we have to discuss about theoretical parts. So here's the first law of Newton, which is also called law of inertia. Okay, and here's the statements: an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion with constant velocity unless acted upon by a net external force. Okay, and here is the mathematical form, which is summation f is equals to 0. Also we can write v vector is equals to constant. Okay, and here is the second law of Newton's, which is also called law of accelerations. The acceleration of an object is directly proportional to the net force acting on it and inversely proportional to its mass. So we can write this in mathematical form: F net is equals to ma. So here's the third law, which is also action reaction law, and here's the for every actions force there is an equal and opposite reactions force. So we can write also here's the FAB. Okay, we can write it minus FABA. Okay, because of this one is opposite. So here is the types of forces. You can write weights, it's a kind of force, and here's a normal force, which is expressed by N, and here's a tension T, which is mainly rho, and here's the frictions. Okay, and here's the static friction, and frictions also two kinds here. One is static friction, another is kinetic friction. So weight, we know the formula: W is equals to mg, where m is the mass and g is the gravity. Okay, and normal force is mainly varies, so which is also perpendicular to contact surfaces, and here is the weight, which is downward towards Earth's center. Okay, and here's the tension along the rope string pulling away. Okay, right, there is an object, so here's the rope, so here's this force is mainly T. Okay, here's the friction. Here's the frictions, which is F less than equal nu n. Okay, and direction is the parallel to surface and opposing the motions, which is mainly parallel to surface. Okay, suppose this one is surface and here is a block, so frictions is mainly work opposed to work. Okay, that's why it's a parallel to surface. And here's the kinetic friction, which is Fk is equals to nu k into n, which is also opposes the motions, and static friction is mainly prevents the motion. And here's the problem solving strategy for Newton's laws. First of all, we have to draw a free body diagram, FBD, and then we have to choose coordinate systems usually aligned with accelerations. And here's the step 3, break forces into components, and step 4, apply summation Fx is equals to max and summation Fy is equals to may. And here's the solve the equations. Okay, so here's the some common applications are there: parallel components, which is mainly mg sin theta for inclined planes, and here's a perpendicular component, which is mainly mg cos theta. So remember this formula: mg sin theta for parallel component and mg cos theta for perpendicular component. Okay, and here's the normal force N, which is mg cos theta. Okay, and if no other vertical forces there, so we can write N is equals to mg cos theta. And here's the elevator problems, like apparent weight is equals to normal force. Okay, accelerating upward, which is we can write N is equals to m into z plus a. Okay, and here is the accelerating downward. For downward, we can write N is equals to m into z minus a. And here's the free fall. For here's the n is equals to 0 because of here's the weightlessness. And here's the some tips for solving without calculator. Tips for Newton's laws. Here's for inclined planes with theta is equals to 30 degree. We have to remember this one: sine 30 degree is equals to 0.5, or also you can write half. Here's the cos 30 degree, which is 0.866, which is equivalent to 0.87. Or you can also write this one is root 3 divided by 2. And here's the for theta is equal to 37 degree and 53 degree. Sine 37 degree, which is equivalent to 0.6. Okay, 0.6. Also you can write cos 53, which is also 0.6. okay, and you can write cos 37 degree, which is equivalent to 0.8, and which is also equivalent to sine 50 degree, which is also 0.8. So remember, sine 37 and cos 53 both are same, cos 37 and sine 53 both are same. Okay, so here is the G is equals to 10 ms inverse 2 for quick mental math, and here's the weight of m kg, which is also 10 meter Newton, and friction is the nu into 10 meter Newton. So compare applied force with maximum static friction, which is you can write Fs is equals to nu s into n. Here's the some questions from previous exams. Okay, first of all, here's the equations, which is January 2026 questions. Which of the following statement is incorrect? So here's the too many things. Okay, here's the it's mainly theoretical problem. So here's the answer will be the C. Okay, answer will be the C here. You can read it. Mainly I will discuss about mathematical problem here. So here's another question, which is from January 2026. When an elevator accelerates vertically upwards with an acceleration of 2 meters square, the pressure exerted on the floor by a person with a mass of 50 kg inside the elevator is G is equals to 10 ms inverse 2. Okay, so here's a 50 kg, m is given. Okay, and here's the A is given, m is given, here's a Z also given, but now we have to find out the n. So here is here's some clause like when an elevator accelerates vertically upwards, so upwards, right? So we know the formula for upward, which is n is equals to m into G plus A, right? So here is m is the 50 kg, m is 50 kg into G is the 10 and A is the 2, right? Okay, now we can write 50 to 12, so 50 into 12 it will be 600 Newton. Okay, so here's the n is the 600 Newton, which is mainly D. So here is another question. An object with a mass of 1 kg slides to the right along a horizontal ground. The sliding friction force acting on an object is 3 Newton. Here is the m, here is the F, Z is the 10. The coefficient of kinetic friction between the object and the horizontal ground is. So now we have to find out the coefficient of kinetic frictions. So we know the formula, which is Fk is equals to nu k into n. Okay, so here is a given. We know also n is equals to mg, normal force. So first of all, we have to find out the n, which is the m is the 1 kg and g is the 10. So it will be 10 Newton, right? So we got the already n. So here is the F is given already 3 Newton. So we have to find out the nu k. So nu k is equals to the coefficient of kinetic friction is equals to, we can write F k k divided by n. So if k is a 3 Newton and divided by n is a 10, so it will be 0.3. So answer will be B. So here's another question from January 2026. And on a smooth horizontal surface, a constant force F is applied horizontally to a stationary object. For stationary objects, U is the 0. Object with a mass of 1 kg, here's the m is given, and the magnitude of its velocity change with 1 seconds, okay, measured to be 10 meter per second. So here's the v, here's the t. Now we have to find out the magnitude of the force F. So we have to find out the F. So we know the formula, F is equals to ma, but here is a is missing. So we have to find out the a first, then we can solve this problem. So here's the a, we know the a is equals to del x divided by del t. So here's the del x, here's the here's the del b, it will be del b. So del v, here's the del v is the 10 and t is the 1. So here's the a is the 10 ms inverse 2. Okay, so now we can solve this problem. Here's the m is the 1 kg, so 1 into 10, so it will be the 10 Newton. So here's the answer, 10 Newton is the C. So here's recent exam questions, which is March 2026 questions, and here is the a 4 kg object. Here's the m is given, is a rest, which is a u is equals to 0, a 30 degree, and here's the theta is the 30 degree. Okay, inclined plane, the impulse of the frictional force acting on the object over 5 is, so here's the z is given also. Now we can solve this problem. Okay, so we know the formula for here is the theta, we know the formula, F is equals to mg sine theta. So here's the m is a 0.4 kg, z is the 10, and here's the sine theta, which is mainly into sine 30 degree. So we can solve this 4 into 10. So we can write here the sine 30 degree means 0.5 or half, right? So 0.5. So we can solve this problem now. 0.5, it will be 2 Newton. It will be 2 Newton if. But we have to find out the impulse. So we know the impulse formula. Impulse J is equals to F into T. So here's the F, we already got 2 Newton. 2 into T is the T is the 5, right? So here's the T is the 5, so it will be 10. Okay, 10 Newton seconds. So answer will be the, here is the A. And here is another questions from December 2025. Is the M is a 4 kg object, rest is the U is the 0 on a horizontal surface with friction coefficient. Here is the friction coefficient, which is 0.1, and pulled by 2 Newton, and here is the F. Okay, here's the F. Horizontal force, the frictional force is, now we have to find out the frictional force. So we know the formula, frictional force, which is Fs. Frictional force, which is mainly Fs is equals to nu s into n, right? Nu n. So first of all, we have to find out the n. So we know also n is equals to mg. So here's the m is a 4 kg. Here's the 4 kg. Here's the 4 into z is the 10. So it will be the 40 Newton. Okay. So and here's the F pulled by 2 Newton. Okay. So now we can solve this problem easily. So here is the F is mainly s into n, which is nu s is 0.1, okay, and n is 40, so it will be the 4 Newton. Okay, so here's the part 2. Applied force is equals to 2 Newton less than 4 Newton. Object remains at rest. Static friction adjusts to match applied force. So that's why here's the Fs is the 2 Newton. So answer will be the 2 Newton. And here is another question. An object is acted upon by 3 forces, which is F1, F2 and F3, 2, 4 and 6. The maximum possible resultant forces. So we know the resultant force formula, which is F max is equals to F1 plus F2 plus F3 plus whatever. So here is the F1 is the 2 plus F2 is the 4 and F3 is the 6. So it will be the 10, 12 Newton. Okay, so answer will be the 12 Newton, which is option A. And here is another question. Suppose that an object is subjected to 2 forces F1 and F2. Okay, given that F1 is a 3 Newton and F2 is the 5 Newton. The magnitude of the resultant force of these 2 forces cannot be. Okay, so here's the we have to find out mainly by two steps. First one is we have to find out the minimum, and second one is we have to find out the maximum. So we know the resultant force for 2 forces. For first one we have to find out the minimum, which is mainly absolute value of F1 minus F2. Okay, so you can see here, here's the F1 is the 3 Newton, F2 is the 5 Newton. So absolute value 3 minus 5, okay, it will be 2 Newton. Now we have to find out the maximum. Here's the max, which is also absolute value of F1 plus F2. Okay, so 3 plus 5, it will be 8 Newton. It will be 8 Newton. So now we have to check the result. So you can see here A is the 2 Newton, B is the 9 Newton, C is the 5 Newton and D is the 8 Newton. First of all, 2 Newton is possible for opposite directions. Okay, opposite directions, and 9 Newton is greater than maximum of n. And here's the 2 is the possible, okay, for opposite directions, but 9 is not possible because of it's already greater than maximum force, resultant force. And here's the 5, it's also possible, okay, and here's the 8, which is not possible, which is also possible for same directions. So here's the answer will be the B, because of they ask us about forces cannot be. That's why here's the answer B, 9 Newton. And here's the module 1 summary, lesson 2. We have to know the formula, this one and this one. Okay.